Are you tired of confusing tax forms and long lines? Discover a hassle-free way to pay your property taxes online in Polk County, Iowa. Seriously, today we're going to figure out exactly how to handle this whole process right from the comfort of our couches, saving us time, money, and let's be real, a lot of headaches. Let's face it, tax season usually brings up these dreadful images of circling full parking lots and standing in those endless lines. But guess what? It absolutely doesn't have to be that way anymore. We are going to look at how to use Polk County's online portal to make managing these tax obligations completely stress-free. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll do a super quick overview of Polk County property taxes, look at how to prepare to pay online, walk through a step-by-step payment guide, troubleshoot some common issues, and then finish up with future compliance tips and a quick summary. Let's dive in. All right, first up, Polk County property taxes. So, property taxes. They're basically the financial engine for our local community, right? They fund the public schools, fix the potholes in our roads, and keep vital health and safety departments running. But one thing you absolutely gotta know is just how incredibly strict the timelines are for collecting them. Taxes are collected in 2 equal installments. The first one is technically due September 1st, and the second is due March 1st. But luckily, state law gives us this brilliant grace period that extends through the final day of those respective months. But hey, fair warning, if you miss that September 30th or March 31st deadline, a 1.5% monthly penalty immediately kicks in. And trust me, those fees snowball incredibly fast. Moving on to part 2, preparing to pay online. You know, success is really all about preparation. Knowing exactly what you need before you even sit down at your laptop just makes this whole process unbelievably smooth. So before you open your web browser, grab a few things. You'll want your property parcel number or just the exact name as it appears on your tax statement. You're also going to need your payment method ready to go, so your bank routing and account numbers or a credit or debit card. Having all this right at your fingertips means you can breeze through the transaction without frantically searching through your filing cabinet. Now, here is a crucial step before you actually hit pay. Verify your escrow status. I literally cannot stress this enough. If you have a mortgage on your home, your lender might actually already be paying your tax bill through an active escrow account. So, jump over to taxsearch.polkcountyiowa.gov to double-check this. Checking that database first is a game changer because it prevents the massive headache of both you and your mortgage company paying the exact same bill. Okay, part 3, our step-by-step payment guide. Navigating the portal is actually super straightforward. It's just 4 simple steps. First, go to www.iowataxandtags.org. Second, click Pay Online, select Polk County, and choose Property Tax. Third, search for your property using that parcel number or name we talked about earlier. And finally, just pick your payment method and confirm. And if you're worried about security, don't be. This platform uses a custom algorithmic encryption process, which basically means your sensitive financial data is completely locked down and secure from start to finish. And as you can see from this official flyer directly from Polk County Treasurer Mary L. Wells, this isn't just some random third-party site. This is the absolute gold standard process. It officially reinforces that iowataxandtags.org is the county-approved, secure, and highly recommended way to handle your property taxes. Okay. Get ready because here is a massive and honestly slightly surprising cost-saving tip. When you're choosing how to pay online, always try to use an e-check. That just requires your bank routing and account numbers. Why? Well, an e-check carries a flat administrative fee of exactly 30 cents. That is literally cheaper than a postage stamp. On the flip side, if you use a credit card, you get hit with a 2.20% convenience fee. To put that in perspective, on a standard $4,500 tax bill, that credit card fee adds a staggering $99 to your balance. Yeah, definitely go with the e-check. Section 4, troubleshooting common payment issues. So look, even the best systems have hiccups, right? But this is a tough but super essential rule you gotta understand. If the website goes down, or if you make a tiny typo that causes your e-check to bounce, those interest and fees, they are not waived. The statutory deadlines are completely inflexible. The county is still gonna slap on that 1.5% monthly penalty, even if your internet randomly goes out on the evening of March 31st. Because those penalties still apply no matter what, you absolutely need an immediate backup plan. If tech just isn't on your side that day, you can use the physical drop box located in the south side parking lot of the administration building at 111 Court Avenue. Just remember, absolutely no cash in that drop box. You can also pay by phone at 515-286-3060, shoot them an email at propertytax@polkcountyiowa.gov, or just drop your payment in the regular U.S. mail. Just always have a plan B. All right, on to Section 5, Future Compliance and Tips. Being proactive doesn't just save you from late fees, it can actually lower your overall tax burden. The county officially reminds everybody about the March 31st deadline. So a really great tip for staying compliant in the future is to just pull out your smartphone right now. Literally right now. Set a recurring calendar alert for March 20th and September 20th. Giving yourself that nice 10-day buffer before the grace periods end pretty much guarantees you'll never accidentally trigger that hefty penalty fee. Also, you might actually qualify to shrink your tax bill through state-administered relief programs. For example, the standard homestead tax credit offsets the taxes levied on the first $4,850 of your property's value. You just have to make sure you apply with the county assessor by July 1st. There's also a really fantastic senior and disabled property tax credit for eligible residents who are 65 and older. It is absolutely worthwhile to look into this and see if you qualify for these front-end valuation exemptions. It's also super important to understand what happens if things fall through the cracks, specifically the annual tax sale. By law, if your property taxes go unpaid through the spring, the county treasurer actually has to start collections via a public auction. So, for example, the 2026 tax sale in Polk County is scheduled for June 15th. At the sale, other parties can literally step in, pay your delinquent taxes, and put a lien right on your property. You definitely do not want to let it get to that point. Which brings us to Section 6, Summary and Important Disclaimer. So let's wrap this up. Here are your core takeaways from today's explainer. Number 1, confidently use iowataxandtags.org. It's totally secure and officially approved. Number 2, always pay using an e-check to lock in that tiny 30-cent flat fee instead of getting hit with massive credit card percentages. Number 3, verify your escrow status online before paying to avoid double billing. And finally, engrave those September 30th and March 31st deadlines into your brain. And as we wrap up, we do have a quick and important legal disclaimer to read. Please note that tax laws and procedures can change. This explainer is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice. Always verify with the Polk County Treasurer's office for the most current information. So, that leaves us with one final thought. Are you ready to skip the line and pay online? With these tools and cost-saving tips, we can easily handle our property taxes right from the couch instead of standing in some crowded lobby. Reclaim your time. Thanks so much for exploring this with me today.